Welcome to the Papyrus Global Television National News Update. I am Christiana Babayo, and here are the headlines. Foreign hit and run kills Nigerian student in US police pursuit. Government apologizes for nationwide power outages ahead of 2027 elections. Naira slides to 1,383 Naira amid falling reserves. Inflation concerns rise. Meta fined $375 million for child safety violations. Two Nigerians sentenced to over 16 years in Ireland for €6.17 million fraud. Super Eagles to face Iran in Antalya friendly ahead of March camp. CBN announces 400 billion T-Bills auction across 91,182,364 day tenors. NBA condemns Sowore's courtroom press briefing sparks social media buzz. Kwara explosion kills one, sparks security concerns. Southern and Middle Belt leaders demand 2027 Southern presidency and state police. And now the news in full. A 23-year-old Nigerian medical student, Oluwalayomi Fadero, was fatally struck by a vehicle during a high-speed police pursuit in Nashville, Tennessee. The incident involving suspect Ray Eugene Padek in a stolen pickup truck has reignited calls for stronger protections for Nigerian citizens abroad. The Nashville Police Department reported that Padgett collided with Fadero's car while fleeing authorities at speeds of up to 80 miles per hour. Emergency responders pronounced Fadero dead on the scene. Padgett, reportedly on parole, was arrested and faces multiple charges including criminal homicide, vehicular manslaughter and evading police. Fadero, a recent graduate of Fisk University pursuing a medical degree, was remembered as compassionate and driven. A memorial service was held on campus drawing colleagues and students who paid tribute to her life and community contributions. Nigerian diaspora organizations and student advocacy groups have called for accountability and stronger measures to protect Nigerians abroad. Both the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Consulate General in Atlanta have expressed condolences and are monitoring the legal proceedings closely. The case has also reignited debates over high-speed police pursuits and civilian safety in urban areas. The federal government apologized to citizens and businesses for prolonged nationwide outages as Nigeria approaches the 2027 general elections. Minister of Power Engineer Ibrahim Abubakar cited operational, infrastructural and external factors affecting electricity supply, particularly in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt and Kano. Business groups and analysts highlighted the economic impact with concerns over productivity, losses and equipment damage. Dr. Chinyere Okafor, energy policy expert at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, warned that without structural reforms and investment in transmission and distribution, outages are likely to continue. Abubakar assured the public that emergency response teams are on standby and that stabilizing electricity supply is a national priority. Citizens are advised to implement backup solutions and report faults to distribution companies while long-term reforms are pursued. The Nigerian Naira weakened to approximately 1,383 Naira per US dollar amid declining foreign exchange reserves, intensifying inflationary concerns. The Central Bank of Nigeria, led by Governor Godwin Emefiele, confirmed reserves fell below $33 billion. Analysts highlighted structural pressures, declining oil revenues, trade imbalances, and external debt obligations as drivers of depreciation. Rising import costs have affected major cities, including Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Kano. Economists stress the need for diversified revenue streams and structural reforms to stabilize the Naira. Meta Platforms Incorporation, parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, was ordered to pay a $375 million jury penalty for failing to protect minors on its platforms, according to a U.S. District Court ruling in California. Judge Lucico ruled that Meta's negligence warranted the substantial fine, although the company plans to appeal. The case has prompted online debate in Nigeria regarding digital safety, corporate accountability, and potential domestic regulations for social platforms. Authorities including NIDA and NBC are reportedly reviewing guidelines to enhance child protection online. Francis Ogbuefi, 42, and Stephen Sylvester, 32, were sentenced to 9 and 7.5 years respectively in Dublin for involvement in a €6.17 million transnational fraud and money laundering network. The case, prosecuted by Ireland's Garda National Economic Crime Bureau, involved romance scams, tax-based fraud, and complex banking schemes. The convictions highlight the challenges of international crime and the need for cooperation between law enforcement agencies across borders. We will now take a short break and the news will continue when we come back.
Paglogma 2026. The Papyrus Global launches new series starting Tuesday, 3rd March 2026. The conversation starts now across Africa. Our languages may differ, our borders may separate us, but our struggles bear semblance. Communities seeking opportunities, youth demanding inclusion, citizens calling for transparency. These are realities that unite us. Africa is united by a common challenge and a common responsibility, building resilient, inclusive, and sustainable communities. To set this conversation in motion, the Papyrus Global is launching the pre-conference live series, Governance That Touches Lives. Let's start where it matters the most.
Welcome back, and on the news will continue. Nigeria Super Eagles are preparing to face Iran in an international friendly on 27 March 2026 in Antalya, Turkey. The team, coached by Eric Schell, also has a match against Jordan on 31st March. The move from Jordan to Turkey was necessitated by regional security concerns. The 23-man squad features Wilfred Ndidi, Alex Iwobi, and Ademola Lookman. The friendlies provide an opportunity to test squad depth and tactical options ahead of competitive tournaments, including operations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup cycle. The Central Bank of Nigeria announced a Treasury bills auction offering 400 billion in government securities. The auction covers 91-day 120 billion, 182-day 140 billion, and 364-day 140 billion bills aimed at managing liquidity, supporting capital markets, and mitigating macroeconomic pressures. Governor Emefiele highlighted the role of T-bills in absorbing excess liquidity, stabilizing short-term interest rates, and providing secure investment options. Analysts note that the auction comes amid inflationary measures and Naira depreciation ahead of the 2027 elections. The Nigerian Bar Association condemned activist Omoyele Sowore for holding a press briefing within a courtroom, describing it as unprofessional and contrary to court decorum. The briefing, linked to ongoing litigation, has sparked public debate about press freedom, activism, and judicial propriety. Showore's team defended the action as a constitutional exercise of free expression. The NBA urged adherence to courtroom protocols, warning that breaches may constitute contempt of court. Social media commentary has been intense, with hashtags such as Sowore courtroom trending nationwide. An explosion near Sowore village in Kwara killed at least one person and injured several others. Preliminary investigations suggest that the blast was caused by an improvised explosive device (IED). Security forces have cordoned off the area while investigations continue. Local leaders and Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak condemned the attack, pledging enhanced security patrols and coordination with communities. Analysts note that northern and central Nigeria have experienced a rise in small-scale militant attacks, highlighting the need for improved intelligence, surveillance, and rapid response strategies. The Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum called for a presidential candidate from the southern region for the 2027 elections and the creation of state police across Nigeria. The forum cited underrepresentation and security challenges as reasons for the demands. Political analysts suggest the statements could influence party strategies and fuel debates on zoning and federalism. Civil society organizations have urged dialogue to ensure advocacy does not exacerbate regional tensions, emphasizing the importance of inclusive, peaceful elections. We have reached the end of National News segment. Here is a recap of the headlines. Foreign hit-and-run kills Nigerian student in US police pursuit. Government apologizes for nationwide power outages ahead of 2027 elections. Naira slides to 1,383 Naira amid falling reserves. Inflation concerns rise. Meta fined $375 million for child safety violations. Two Nigerians sentenced to over 16 years in Ireland for €6.17 million fraud. Super Eagles to face Iran in Antalya friendly ahead of March camp. CBN announces 400 billion T-Bills auction across 91,182,364 day tenors. NBA condemns Sowore's courtroom press briefing sparks social media buzz. Kwara explosion kills one, sparks security concerns. Southern and Middle Belt leaders demand 2027 Southern presidency and state police. For continuous coverage, expert analysis and live updates, stay connected with the Papyrus Global Television. Visit papyrusdaily.com for breaking news. I am your host, Christiana Babayo. Thanks for joining us.